So as you know, there's been a bit of shenanigans, I suppose you could call it, in Irish politics. You have seen Damien English was signed. I suppose he wasn't signed as a TD. He was signed as a minister, um, because obviously something to do with basically something to do with Planet. He didn't have planning permission or something for a house, and he didn't put it basically down. First of all, he didn't put it down in the way they should put down what they have and what they have in assets and things like that. TDs, he didn't do that. So Damien English, he should have signed as a TD, but you look at Ireland. You were signed as a minister, but you're still a TD. Makes sense. You break the law, and And then obviously Pascal Donoghue now, what he's not making sure that he has all his finances down for his last in the last election, uh, for many many different things. And this is one out of many. This is not a woods off. People might say, "Oh," and I've heard people throw this around saying, "Oh, he forgot about it. He forgot about it. Damien English forgot about it." Same with Stephen Donnelly. He just happened to forget that he had another house. He just happened to forget that he had it. He just happened to. It just happened. It's the same as Micheál Martin, and his wife's name down as the property in Dublin, €500,000 for property. He just happened to forget. That his wife owned it, and the money just was west in my account. Basically, the father Ted excuse. And we see this with Helen McAtee too, the Justice Ministers on leave. Taylor Park giving her a good few bob. And that never was explained. Main Street, OT had never went and asked why was she getting all this money. And nothing's ever asked. It's all just, it's all just washed over, forget about it. It doesn't exist. It never happened. OT, if you listen to the mainstream media now, to be totally honest with you, I don't think there's much help. But we all know, and we have to say it straight, without any, we all can presume that every TD in Dáil Éireann does this. Every TD, regardless of what party. Because, at the end of the day, it's just all about fucking over Paddy and Joe. They don't like Paddy. They don't like the Paddies. They don't like you or me. They don't like the taxpayer. That's what I'm saying. They don't like you or me. They just absolutely hate us. They absolutely despise us. In every regard, the TDs and senators and stuff. They take us as a joke. That's more or less what they take of the people. Because if we didn't do that, like, let's say what Pastor Donoghue said done now, or even Damien English, or even Helen McAtee taking money on the side without putting it down, so the revenue would go fucking mental if they hold that. The revenue would be after you and you'd be in court. But you look at, again, the people who make the rules break the rules and nothing's done about it. Because this is going to be a classic case. Pascal Donoghue, he broke obviously the code of conduct for one of our elections, because obviously you're supposed to have it down to the fine penny on what you spent and how much you spent and where you spent it, in finance, and what you got in donations. But Helen McAtee, of course, that's another example. Nothing ever was said about it, even though she broke it. Obviously, it's plain to be seen that she didn't proclaim her business interests. And I don't know why she was getting so much money from Potato Park. But again, never question. You can't question. You're far away conspiracy theories if you question anything. Because literally that's what you like. I'm asking honest questions here, and the mainstream media be like, "How dare you for questioning these people? How dare you?" Thinking that they're not elected officials and that I haven't got a right. The same as every Irish citizen has a right to question the politician on why the fuck are they allowed to get off with it? Because let's be fair, they're taking us for a ride and we're just in the back seat looking at all the shenanigans happening. And it's not fair. It's not fair on Paddy and it's not fair on Joe. Paddy and Joe and some Paddies have been in their houses at Christmas there and they hadn't got fuel to burn. They hadn't got freezing to death basically. And should look at the government will get the TDs and senators all extra few bobs in the back pocket and stuff like that. The life of Wiley. To be totally honest. And then the only Joe who walks every day is basically robbed by these fuckers in Dáil Éireann. But yeah, I just want to basically say it's happening not every day of the week. This is only once, they only basically talk about it, but we all know it's happening everywhere. Every TD's probably, have done this, that they, have property on the side and stuff like that. They never put it down. They forgot. They happen to forget that they own 3 or 4 houses. They happen to forget. It's easy to forget. Even though probably with TDs and stuff like that, they'll probably have their own accounts manager. Maybe, possibly some might. Because I know a tradesman, take for example, and he's on about 100,000, over 100,000, 150,000, right? But obviously TDs, obviously including the brown envelopes, obviously that's not counted, the brown envelopes and stuff like that. It's all forgotten about very quickly when you mention the brown envelopes. But I'm sure they'll have some kind of finances, down somewhere. Possibly, maybe, because again, they don't like us. They don't like Paddy and Joe. So they just want to make a hell of us in every way they can. But yeah, it's just a classic. It's a classic Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael stuff. You know, nothing's going to be done. Nothing's going to change. You broke the law, but nothing's going to change. It's a different day, same shit. Next week will be the same shit again. Some other TD will have a fucking 90 million euro mansion or something like that in County Westmeath or something like that, and they never put it down. And you know, never any questions about why they allow people why they're allowed to get off with it, and never any question why there's so many landlords too and all that. How are there many landlords, and never much question about that either. But anyway, you know, it's a great country. It's a great little country for some people. For other people, it's not. Mainly for the Irish people, but sure, look at again, great country.